the second event. Before we start, I would like to say thank you to the living God for giving us the grace that we are gathered here today, the second day. That whatever we do will be successful. We take things away that is going to be important to our country, to our organization. We thank you, Lord. So there is going to be a video from the Middlesex University. It's about robotic, and they want us to have a feel and think about what is going on in this world.
Don't fence me in, let me ride through the wide open country that I love. Don't fence me in, let me be by myself in the evening breeze and listen to the murmur of the cottonwood trees and me.
Okay. So what you're trying to tell us is technology. Very, 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 very important. So these are the things that we learned yesterday. I'm sure every one of us here yesterday went home with something new. As a result of that, I will be calling on a few people to tell us what they took away yesterday and how it's going to impact on the organization of the country. So I'm going to start with Bertrand. We have some Bertrand's CTO. So probably is the first person to be Jude, who is the chairman of this section.
Thank you very much, James. Good morning, everybody. I trust you had a very good night and fresh for the day. Well, yesterday was exciting, but I think one takeaway that I learned is when you are exiting that door, you are also entering into another space. And so we've come through the pandemic period, we've exited, and we are into a new area. And obviously, even as we exited from one and came to another one, we are moving into another one. And so every day, there will be a new challenge and new opportunity. Thank you.
So we have from the Bertrand. So I'll be looking for the incoming people that is taking the organization to the next step. Anybody volunteer to tell us what you learned yesterday and how you will move your organization forward? So that's for the Bertrand. So we are going to hear for the upcoming generation. So if you're not ready, I know someone that is ready, and I'm sure she'll be willing to do that. I will be calling up 11.
Masoko is ready. Yeah. Okay, right. Good morning, everyone. My lesson for yesterday was around that we need to increase, change, and keep moving. So we shouldn't be stuck in the past so that we are relevant into the future.
So, one of the serious relation we had yesterday, this person goes around in Africa country. He's an anointed professor. So, I'll be calling up. Okay.
Good morning, and thank you so much for that. On a serious note, I felt the content of yesterday's deliberations were just A plus. So, starting with Anthony Watkinson, he basically told us to do four things: to look at things upside down, to revisit the original purpose of organizations. You should always try to revisit it. So whether you're CA Kenya, think about it now, CA Kenya, not when it was enacted back in 2007, but now in 2022, 15 years afterwards, to pause and reflect, and learn lessons, and then to promote partnerships. I thought Mr. Juma has also mentioned this whole idea of going outside that door is both an exit and an entrance into a new world. I thought that was amazing. Maxwell Uba from Nigeria, online, and this obviously gave a fantastic presentation as well. He mentioned he reflected on two key people. He said Jack Welch, if your rate of change inside the organization is less than the rate of change outside the organization dies. Right? So if your rate of change inside the organization is less than that outside the organization dies. If your rate of change inside the organization is higher than the rate of change outside the organization survives. So that explains why people like Apple are doing so well in the world. The Huawei presentation really gave a very good example of how to do innovation, talking about three core things, not just skills, finance, and markets, but we talked about access to skills, access to finance, and access to markets. So I'll just stop there, not to the presentation. Yes, that's very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. So, looking for my chairman, Mr. Chair. Chairperson. Mr. Chair.
Good morning, everybody. From Trinidad. All right, so in terms of our meetings from yesterday, as I would just echo the sentiments of our dear brother there, Professor, it was a very impactful session. A lot about in terms of the new world of work, how we adapt, how we're going to engage, and how we're going to innovate, and how we're going to evolve. Some of the key things I took out of yesterday's session, which also echoed throughout the entire day, would be from Mr. Watkins, who would have gone through some imperatives, some important imperatives that organizational imperatives that organizations should be looking at in treating with the challenges that present itself with this new way of how things are evolving and how things are coming forward. And essentially, he would have indicated a few ways on given us a little tidbits of tips on how we can treat with these impacts. He spoke about thinking on its head, looking at the opportunities for creativity, because creativity comes with disruption and with disruption. So when we are faced with challenges, try to look at the positive and look at the opportunities to become creative. We also revisited the elements. We revisit the elements of relevance and purpose in terms of our vision. Is it still meaningful? Pausing and reflecting and celebrating our accomplishments. Checking your assumptions, as well as promoting a positive environment with respect to diversity and vigilance, and also encouraging strategic thinking, which leads to strategic planning. All right, so in terms of looking at the strategy of the organization, just revisiting and making sure things are relevant is very necessary in this time as we try to adapt and evolve and innovate as HR professionals and business partners to the organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Okay, so what we had It means every of us took up something home, and definitely, if we fail, we continue to try because we gain experience. So thank you all for that. I will now hand over the microphone to chair of the session.